Hello and welcome back to Second Nature Films, the place where we bring to you all things outdoors, from environmental news and conservation topics to wildlife films and outdoor reviews. This week on Sustainability Saturday we're going to be talking about rewilding. This is a little bit of a newer topic but much more exciting and a little bit juicier. Generally, conservation involves the maintenance of biodiversity, whether that's species or habitats, and it usually involves reintroducing species or preserving a specific area. The problem with this is that just because a species is reintroduced, it doesn't mean the population will be re-established. Likewise, just because a habitat is protected, it doesn't mean the ecosystem processes will be restored. And this is where rewilding comes in. Rewilding basically has three key principles. The reintroduction of a keystone species, that's basically an animal that has a large effect on a number of other animals in the ecosystem. It's often a predator, and that's the juicy bit. Secondly, it's to maintain these species using large core areas which actually have viable habitats. And then finally, to use corridors which connect these large core areas together. And that basically enables the populations to be more resilient. Through these pillars, rewilding aims to restore self-sustaining and complex ecosystems, ones where the processes in these ecosystems can support each other, and it can support a large food web, where if you take one piece of the puzzle out, the whole ecosystem doesn't collapse. And this basically means over time you can gradually reduce human intervention. The outlier and key to success of rewilding is the reintroduction of keystone species which are often predators or carnivores. And that's basically because they have a top-down control and restrict herbivores from overeating and degrading the ecosystem. However, this requires a large amount of research into what the past ecosystems look like, as the keystone species that you reintroduce will promote an ecosystem that once resembled the past. Nepa State is a great example of this, where they brought back wild boars and longhorned cattle, which eat a variety of vegetation and cause disturbances which promote and encourage the competition between plants. But at Nep, the top-down control is by humans instead of predators like bears and wolves, because the estate is too small. Yet they've still had great recovery from some amazing species, but we can't actually give too much away because we're going to be making a video on this whole estate shortly, and we're actually going to the place. There are of course some amazing stories of bringing wolves back to Yellowstone National Park and other places in Eastern Europe. Maybe one day we'll have them a bit closer to home in Scotland, and that would be something special. But the great thing about rewilding is that we can all get involved through a thing called passive rewilding. You may have seen our recent Instagram post where Sam left his garden to grow out for a couple of months and re-established habitats in his garden. This basically acts as stepping stones or corridors between larger core areas, and is something that we can all do to make a difference. We would love to hear some of your local success stories, but for now, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and hopefully we'll see you in the next one. Cheers.